they didn't see the wire run through the wall. Like they don't know whose hand stitched the flag they salute. Data drip fed through curated headlines, algorithms shaping the faith you call fact. You think you're free because you choose from a menu, but the menu is theirs, printed in ink you didn't buy. Every crisis is staged with rebuilt exits. Every villain framed in a lens they rent to you. Pundits talking loops, not because they confused, because circles keep you dizzy and dizzy can't fight straight. Malcolm said the press is the most powerful entity on earth, but he didn't live to see it weaponized with machine precision. Now it's not just headlines, it's the very air your thoughts breathe in. They feed fear in teaspoons, drip tolerance like IV sedation. Keep you balanced on a line they draw, moving in it just enough so you never find your footing. Every word you defend was handed to you already loaded with meaning, prime to detonating someone else's argument. Even your outrage runs on the clock. They decide what trend burns, what story fades, what truth gets wrapped in disclaimers until it's too tired to fight. You're trained to clap for leaders on cue, trained to hate strangers on schedule. They turn your moral compass into a GPS they can reroute. One day it points north, the next day it calls north. Extremism and you follow because the voice sounds official. This isn't news, the scaffolding built to hold a caricature of obedience. They'll give you an enemy and then a savior, both born in the same studio. Wars don't start with gunfire, they start with narrative drafts. By the time the first shot is fired, you've already chosen a side you didn't pick. You think revolutions are sparked in the streets? No, they're seated in scripts acted out by people who never auditioned but still follow their lines. The art isn't making you believe you discovered the truth yourself. They plant the evidence where you'll trip over it. Stage just sloppy enough to feel real. Then you defend it with the same fury you use for your own child. Meanwhile, the real story is left to rot in a basement with the lights off, guarded by NDAs and the fear of being called insane. Your heroes, manufactured with flaws just relatable enough to sell your redemption arcs. Your villains, made so loud they drown out the quieter crimes you were never meant to notice. It's not incompetence, it's choreography. The wrong questions get the spotlight, the right ones never make it past rehearsal. You were told history is a record of facts. It's not. It's a playlist of greatest hits they keep remixing until the rhythm feels familiar. Familiar is safe, and safe is controllable. They've built a whole religion around the altar of objectivity, but the sermons are sponsored, the hymns rewritten between commercial breaks. So you cheer for justice like it's a sport, while the scoreboard is wired to the house. They don't mind you fighting, they mind you winning, so they rig the rules, then hand you flags and hashtags and keep your hands too full to reach for the wires. Every debate is a chessboard where both kings shake hands before the match, while you bleed for pawns that never matter. And if you ever start to notice, they'll bury the thought under a landslide of noise. Flood your senses until you forget what silence sounds like. Because silence breeds questions, and questions break chains. Chains don't need locks if the prisoner guards the cell himself. See, the script isn't written for you, it's written around you like a maze you can't see from inside. And the cruelest trick, they'll convince you the maze is the world and that the only way out is back through their gate. They don't fear your rebellion, they fear your refusal to play. So if you want truth, you better be ready to dig through concrete. And when you find it, guard it like breath in deep water, because the moment you surface, they'll come forward with the soft smile of a trusted friend. And by then, the war won't be over facts. It'll be over the right to remember. Who told you before the cameras learned to lie? Malcolm did Malik, El-Shabazz sharp as the air taken from a prophecy of Mustafa the prophet. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He mapped the con, named the dealer, showed the cost. Every headline you swallow now, he warned was bait. You thought it was news, it was a script. You thought it was chaos, it was choreography. Every beat you missed, every truth you ignored was etched in the fire of his words before you were born. Malcolm X called it, Malik El-Shabazz marked the trail. He didn't just warn you, he left you the blueprint, and you still walk blind.